Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. Welcome back to the TED Show. We have a new guest, somebody new to the TED Show today. I want you guys to welcome Victoria O'Day is here. She's a realtor. She's so much more than that. She's an advocate. She gives back in the community. So today we're going to talk about giving back, leadership, and real estate. Plus, we're going to give you kind of a sneak peek idea of what's going on at her Brokers Open this week. Welcome, Victoria. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me on the show today. I appreciate it.
I'm very excited. You know, you have a lot of love and fans out there, including one who, of course, just popped on. So I've got to post it. Hi, Colleen. Thank you for the intro. We appreciate you. All right. So we talked before we went live about origin story. They love to know the journey. They want to kind of know how you got from your beginnings to being in the real estate world. So why don't you share a little 411 on Victoria for us?
Yeah, so I got into real estate this past April was 2 years. But before that, I was actually waiting tables at First Watch in Maitland, their old location. I was there for probably 4 years.
Wow.
And I was in college part-time. I was changing my major a lot. Nothing seemed to fit. And I loved real estate. I loved like flipping homes and the idea of design. And it just kind of hit me one day. I was like, why don't I become a real estate agent? So I started that journey and finally got licensed. And I would do it part-time while I was waiting tables until I was able to officially transition to full-time, which I am now. So it was a journey. It was really hectic. I'd get to First Watch at 6:30 in the morning. I'd have a change of work clothes in the car. I'd go to showings in the evening after waiting tables all day. And it eventually paid off. So it was a lot of hard work.
You're incredibly successful, and anybody who can look you up, by the way, Victoria's website scrolling across the bottom, so you can check her out there or on social media. Why real estate, though? You mentioned your waiting tables. Did you always have an interest in it? Did you grow up around it? Was it something that you always had in your back of your mind, or did somebody say, hey, Victoria, you'd be great at real estate?
Yeah, I think it was mostly always in the back of my mind. Something about it I always loved, and being in a, customer service like centered business most of my life. I started working in restaurants at 14. I always enjoyed working with people and helping people. So when I originally went to college, I thought I wanted to be a nurse. And then I realized I would probably faint on the job regularly. So it wasn't for me.
That's not good.
No, yeah, you can't be a nurse if you're kind of queasy to things. So anyways, I realized, well, real estate's perfect because I love real estate and I get to work with people and I get to help people. And also Colleen is my aunt and she's in the business, and it didn't hit me at the time, but as I was getting involved, I was like, oh, this is perfect. We can, work together. And my first transaction, my first deal I ever closed, I actually closed with my aunt. So that was really cool.
That's awesome. She's amazing. Colleen, if you're listening, I love and appreciate you. She's an amazing loan officer, guys, for the record. And I'm privileged to work with her for sure.
Yes,
all right, let's talk a little bit about the giving back before we talk about 1217 Harding Street. Let's talk about giving back, because you mentioned that. You talk about Orlando Museum of Art in your bio. Why? Why are you involved in the community? Is giving back always been a part of what you do, or is that something you kind of learned along the way?
So it's been something I've always been passionate about. When I was in high school, I volunteered at the Orange County Animal Shelter. I'm actually on a plant-based diet. I've been on that for about 6 years now, and I've been a vegetarian since I was 12. So one of my big dreams is to one day have a farm sanctuary. But yeah, giving back.
I love that dream.
Yeah, it's a big goal of mine. I'd love to have like children with disabilities or adults like come and have like animal therapy, and it's kind of a win-win for everyone in that situation. So that's a big goal of mine. But in terms of the Orlando Museum of Art, I've always been fascinated and have a major appreciation for the arts. And I know how important it is for the community. And I'm not artistic, so I appreciated the challenge that it brings, and I get to learn a lot. And so yeah, this group, it's called Council of 101. It's all women. There's probably like 300 of us, and we do all the major fundraising events for the museum. So it's a really great organization.
I love that you give back. I think a lot of people misconstrue the giving back. It's not always about money. It's a lot about time and ideas and resources. And so when
Absolutely.
you have somebody who's in the community, you touch a lot of people when you are in real estate, touch a lot of families, businesses, you're out there and active. So being an active member of the giving back and the advocacy, especially in the arts, which we all know suffered a lot during the pandemic, probably
Oh
more so
yeah.
than a lot of industries. And so just to give back and to be able to continue that. And y'all, if you haven't checked out Orlando Museum of Art, you are missing out. It's
Yeah.
absolutely an amazing place. And they put on such great exhibits and really do educate the community. So you can reach out to Victoria or me, and we will get you in touch and kind of get you an idea of how you too can learn about Orlando Museum of Art. Let's talk about the real estate world before we talk specifically about your property and the brokers open. What are you seeing in the real estate world now? 2021, we're over halfway through. 2020 was a pivot year, but a crazy year for a lot of people. What are you seeing now in the market?
Okay, so now I actually have a feeling that things might be leveling out a little bit. It was insane the first half of this year. I mean, I saw so many funny memes and videos of other agents talking about how it was like just nuts. I mean, it was so hard to get a house if you were a buyer or if you're working for buyers. So I think now it's kind of leveling out a little bit more. I think more inventory is kind of coming onto the market, and it kind of feels like the buyer frenzy is also leveling out as well. So I think we're in a really good place right now overall with the market.
I agree. I feel like the market is always going to try to correct itself. And I feel like we're definitely shifting. So, all of our buyers out there that we have pre approved, don't give up hope.
Yes.
Like Victoria said, it's coming. We are seeing price corrections, I think is the current PC term for that. We are seeing things being adjusted, and the market itself is really taking care and moving back to a place that makes a little more sense and a lot less stress, hopefully, for
Yes.
all of our
Yes.
buyers. So
Yes.
let's
It was
talk about
fun
your
working with sellers, but
Go ahead,
oh,
say it again. I'm sorry.
I was saying it was fun working with sellers, but definitely a challenge with buyers before. So
Yeah, I feel like, and Colleen's on here too. It's it's just been sometimes it's disheartening. You've had your buyer who has you're representing on either the real estate side or the lender side, and they've put in 25 billion offers, or at least that's what it feels like, and they can never seem to get the home that they want. I just want to encourage you all to keep plugging along, work with your professionals. Eventually, the house that you're meant to be, I promise you, you will eventually get whatever
absolutely.
that looks like. All right, so let's talk about you have an upcoming brokers open and you have a beautiful property that's on the market. Tell us a little bit about it.
I do. So it's a really beautiful house. It was built and designed by Z Properties. It was built in 2016. We just went to market 2 weeks ago today. And it's a very unique house. It's in Winter Park. It's very close to Lake Maitland. It's off of Harding Street. And you've got a mother-in-law suite above a two-car garage that's absolutely beautiful. And then the main house is actually hidden behind the garage and the mother-in-law suite. And it just gives you the most ultimate privacy feeling. You've got walls all surrounding the house with beautiful ivy and landscaping and fountains, and you've got a pool in the courtyard. It's incredible. I'm obsessed with it. I'd like to buy it.
It's gorgeous. What I loved about the video, which we talked about before we went live, is that if you look at the front, just the front, and you don't do any research, you don't know.
Yeah, you
And
don't.
then with the aerial view, I was like, oh my God, that goes forever back
Yes.
there. There's so much. So talk a little bit about the video and what you saw and how people I think we already have a lot of questions people want to know, which I know we were talking about before we went live, how they can get a sneak peek. What's the best way for them to find it? And then talk a little bit about the area that it's in. You mentioned it's in Winter Park, but we had a lot of questions go, is it a townhome? Is it a home? Is it in a neighborhood? Is there HOA? Believe it or not, when people look at this stuff, they want to know all these answers, even though I'm telling you, my real estate friends, you can find it on MLS, but we're going to let Victoria educate us a little bit.
Yeah, so the video was done by my co-listing agent, Audra Quinton's significant other, Kyle. He's super great with the drone videos, and he did an amazing job. And the house, it is a single family home. It's not a townhome. It's in a really quiet neighborhood. There is no HOA there. And on the street, Harding, so it's in Winter Park, but if you walk to the end of the street, you're going to run into Craft Azalea Garden, which is a stunning place to walk around with your dog or just yourself. And there's actually a dock that looks out onto Lake Maitland. It is so beautiful. It's walking distance, and you're less than a 5-minute drive to Park Avenue, which is also incredible.
It's so gorgeous, y'all. I want you to check it out. I want you to reach out to Victoria, because this is one property, and obviously this is the focus today. But if you want to get involved in the community, you want to learn more about the real estate market itself, in addition to this gorgeous property, what's the best way for them to find you, Victoria?
So the best way to find me, I'm on Facebook. You can just search my name. I have my personal page. I would love to be friends. I also have a business page. Please like it. And I'm also on Instagram. And of course, you can contact me through my website at victoriaoday.com. If you click the contact tab, my phone number is on there, and so is my email address.
Fantastic. You all get out, learn more about the market. Stop being afraid. If you're a buyer, reach out to professionals just like Victoria. And of course, today I'm going to tell you to reach out to Victoria and learn more about the market. If you have been on the fence and been afraid to list, I don't know why you would, or buy, I get it. She can educate you. She can give you the information. And there is a shift. There's a shift. You can feel it. It's coming. And just like Colleen just said, Victoria is amazing. All right, go to victoriaoday.com or find her on social media. Victoria, thanks so much for coming on. I'm very excited for this property. I don't know it's not going to last forever, because it's absolutely gorgeous. And please come back anytime if you have anything you want to share.
Thank you so much for having me. This was lovely. Thank you.
Appreciate you. All right. Appreciate you too, Colleen. And of course, I got to give a shout out to Mary Tiffany, because you know I love her too. All right, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.